everyone. My name is Sophine, and my team members and I would like to present on our project that focuses on human-assisted AI for technical document scouting. Our sponsor is Netgroup, and Netgroup is an Italian-based technology company, and they have over 25 years of experience. Their business focuses on building innovative technological solutions, and two areas of focus are IoT and 5G technologies. Netgroup would like to, or they're in the process of building a new suite of innovative tools that they hope will revolutionize the market. But in order to do that, they need to hire individuals with specialized skills for that project. And more than likely, they will need to perform their search at an international level. Now, as you can imagine, when you embark on a project of any magnitude, it would present you with many questions, such as where can you find the good quality candidates? So they need people with the relevant technical expertise. And also, what is the current state of the art as it pertains to research in this area? So they need access to high quality scientific papers. So for our sponsor, their requirements are very specific when it comes to the technical details for their candidates and also the content in the scientific papers, because they should contain relevant technical details and also jargons. And this is challenging because these papers vary in length and also technical detail. So they need an AI-powered approach that will address their needs and also incorporate their feedback into the solution. So in order to answer their first question, which is where can they find good quality candidates, we performed a geographical analysis. And what this involved was to build an AI-powered search tool that leverages data from various databases, and it extracted relevant papers, the authors, and their respective affiliations. As you can see from figure 1, according to the data, it shows that most of the research is happening in the United States, China, and also the United Kingdom. But if you look further down, you'll notice that Italy is also in this graph, which means that Netgroup has the potential to find good quality candidates locally as well. In figure 2, it shows the affiliations. So this will allow Netgroup to see which companies, research institutions, or even universities are performing research in this space, and possibly who can they partner with when they're developing this tool. So as you can see, Georgia Institute of Technology is among the top universities in this graph, but also this will let Netgroup see what other competitors are in this space. So you can see even Nokia and Samsung are represented in this graph. Now to answer their second question as to how can they find high quality documents with the relevant technical jargons, there are two subsystems that take care of this.
Okay, so the solution we worked on to solve a Netgroup problem, it's a recommendation system. So basically, this system, it's composed of two parts. The first part, the paper extraction engine, will get a lot of technical papers according to the technical needs that Netgroup formulated. Those papers will be rated by the second part of our system, so the document rating engine, and the best document will be recommended to Netgroup, so the document with the best rates. The document rating engine contains two machine learning subsystems that we will talk later on this presentation. So in order to build the system, we had two main challenges. So the first one is to convert human feedback into data for machine learning. The second one is to train a machine learning system with very few data. So to solve this first challenge, we worked following this model. So what we call a feedback learning model. So basically, we started by designing a very basic system that can already recommend a paper to Netgroup. Then Netgroup will give us a feedback about those paper, and with those feedback, we will improve our system. And we worked following this loop during all of our projects, so during these 8 weeks. So now we will present the machine learning subsystem. So the first one is what we call the highlighting system. It has two objectives. So the first one is to read documents, of course, but it can also show directly the most relevant part of a document by highlighting those parts. So this system is based on a recurrent neural network model with a pre-trained BERT layer. So why we chose this model? Simply because it showed very good results even with very few data. So the system is trained with documents that are already highlighted by Netgroup. So we give some paper to Netgroup and they highlighted the most interesting part on this paper. And with that, we got some trained data. So those trained data, we extract the text of these papers. Then we chopped into several windows. Then we label each windows according to the number of highlighted words that there is in those windows. And with that, we fed our RNN model. And then to assess a new document, we just had to following the same pipeline that we did for the trained text. So we chopped the text into windows and then we predict the number of highlighted words in each window.
Yeah, and the second approach was to compare documents, meaning that if we have already known documents if we have already documents from which we are known they are relevant, then we can compare these documents with a new document, and if they are similarly or more similarities, the more relevant they are. Similarly in a term or context of not the formulation of an exact sentence, but in the context. And therefore, from the known documents and from the new documents, we just create embeddings, like, for example, term frequency or mainly with word models. And then we can compare these embeddings with a course of similarity. And on the next slide, we can see some results. Since the evaluation needs to be done manually by the sponsor, by Netgroup, we provide the sponsor at 3 times with an evaluation badge, and he should rate how relevant the documents were for them. And as you can see in the first evaluation, or between the first and the third evaluation, the scores increases, which means we provide them with more relevant documents at the end. To conclude our presentation, what we showed is that we could increase the relevance of documents and also highlight relevant paragraphs inside the documents. And both increases the research time for Netgroup and of course it's also very generalizable for new topics. The team were Hatim as an industrial and scientific engineer from France, Sophie, PhD in scientific computing from Jamaica and now living in New York, and myself, Ferdinand, as a computer vision engineer from Germany. Thank you for your attention. Also thanks to Netgroup and Norman.